Hi, it's Iyada, Vedic astrologer, with my forecast for the upcoming powerful lunar eclipse in sidereal Aries that takes place on Saturday, October 28th at 10:25 p.m. Central European Summer Time. It is visible from Europe, North Africa and the Middle East. The Middle East is, of course, the region where we are witnessing right now how old, undigested, deep trauma and stresses are playing out again in a horrifying manner, and how difficult it is to find a lasting solution as long as the discussion focuses on who is right and who is wrong. The theme of this lunar eclipse has much to do with what is going on in the world. It belongs to solar saros cycle 153. That is a series of eclipses that started in 1870, and the last two eclipses of this cycle took place at the end of the summer of 1996 and 2014. And this series of eclipses brings a strong creative energy that hungers for the beginning of a new chapter. We must ask ourselves what we wish to create and what we are willing to lose, to give up, to offer in return. The energy is so powerful that it has the ability to wipe the slate completely clean. That means that sudden events, impulsive movements and catastrophic incidents may happen in order to remove the old and force the new on us. And whatever our maybe hidden or unconscious motivation is, it will manifest. That means that we need to go within and find out what is motivating us. What is the motivating force behind our desire? What we are trying to satisfy. Some of us, with the moon, one of the moon's nodes, our ascendant or sun in sidereal, Aries, Libra, Cancer or Capricorn, must face, in this time between eclipses, our deepest fears. Where are we caught in trauma and in resistance? And find the strength and an inspiring motivation for a new beginning, for a kind of rebirth. We are all traumatized by events of this life, of past lives, and what the generations before us went through. But if we keep reenacting trauma or inflict trauma on others, we will never get out of this victim and perpetrator trap. Maybe we feel that we are not a victim at all and neither a perpetrator, but perhaps unconsciously we keep punishing, limiting, or separating ourselves. And we are inflicting pain and trauma on ourselves. Rebirth means the birth of a bigger, of an expanded version of who we truly are. That we are no longer identified with the little person and its history, but understand and live that we are all one and only consciousness, experiencing itself in a myriad of ways. What happens in the Middle East and in many other parts of the world affects us because We are one ocean of consciousness, but not every drop of that ocean knows that it is the whole universe. When an eclipse happens, there's always psychic, mental and emotional disturbances. And with this lunar eclipse at about 11 degrees of sidereal Aries in the lunar mansion of Ashvini, and with all planets aspecting the eclipse, comes a lot of heat, of pressure, fast unfoldment, sudden events, and much uneasiness. The eclipse takes place on the moon's north node, that is Rahu, who is in Gandanta, transiting the karmic knot between Aries and Pisces. Mars, the ruler of Aries and of the eclipse, and Mercury are still both combust due to their closeness to the Sun, and the Sun is debilitated in Libra, and Saturn aspects the eclipse. This is a difficult configuration, and the only auspicious aspect is Jupiter in conjunction with the eclipsed moon. Fortunately, this brings the possibility for wisdom, for empathy, compassion, and healing. All the planetary energies are in fire and air. On one hand, something needs to burn, to be burned away, to be purified. We are called to go within and find out what we are willing to lose, to give up, what we wish to offer into that fire of transformation. Which fear, what resistance, which identification, what contraction. On the other hand, our heart must burn, must be ignited with devotion to love, to peace, to self-realization. The planets in Libra around the south node of the moon are in the lunar mansion of Swati, whose deity is Vayu, the powerful wind god. The Shakti of Swati is the power to disperse hindrances, to bring something to an end, allowing for a fresh start. And a fresh blade of grass, as the symbol of Swati, reminds us that we need flexibility and access to our innate potential for strength. And we will need that strength because 2 days after the eclipse on October 30th, the nodes change signs. Rahu goes into sidereal Pisces and Ketu into sidereal Virgo. On November 4th, Saturn starts to come slowly out of its retrogradation. Pluto does the same on November 12th. And on November 15th, a new Mars-Sun cycle initiates in the very last degree of Libra, in the ambitious and very hungry lunar mansion of Vishaka, and it will have a say over the world for the next 2 years. This is a lot of movement that will promote change, and this movement is originated only by fierce planetary forces. But fortunately, there are also auspicious healing forces at work. Ashvini, the lunar mansion the eclipse falls in, is the dwelling place of the Ashvini Kumaras, twin deities who are the brilliant physicians of the gods. And the nodal axis with Rahu in Pisces and Ketu in Virgo that we will experience collectively from October 30th, 2023 until May 2025 is considered the healing axis of the zodiac, whose theme is coming out of the contraction and smallness of separation, of feeling alone and perhaps unworthy, and merge back into the divine ocean of cosmic consciousness and its potentiality. And finally, Jupiter in conjunction with the eclipse brings also a strong healing quality to the unfolding energies, but we must develop confidence, the willingness to surrender to what is and be open to receive, ask for and accept help from others and from the field. And we must assist our own healing process, our own peace, our peace of mind in spite of what is going on in the world. Because the world needs our inner peace, our heart-centeredness, the harmony that we can bring into the chaos. The lunar mansion of Ashwini speaks about finding balance and building bridges to end separation, because the Ashwini Kumaras were conceived due to the reconciliation between their parents. Love found a way how they could be together. We too are called to find a balance between facing the shocking reality of what goes on in the world and keeping ourselves centered in our heart. We must assist the harmony in our body, mind, in our whole system. That loving care should include daily meditation, cultivating the connection with our inner being, cultivating also the connection with nature, with the 5 elements and with the people we love. We can pamper ourselves with hugs, with a nice oil massage, and turn to a sattvic and pitta pacifying diet without spicy and too salty food. There is a real danger for injuries and accidents, mainly to the brain and the whole head. So please wear a helmet when you drive a motorbike or bicycle, fasten your seat belt in the car, and don't drive too fast. And don't push yourself too much. Don't put yourself under too much strain, because high blood pressure and vascular accidents belong also to the possible manifestations of this eclipse, as well as all kinds of thunderstorms. We can put an image of the Ashwini Kumaras or of Ganesh, who is related to Ketu, the ruling planet of Ashwini, or an image of Hanuman, who stands for strength, on our altar, light a candle and a calming incense, offer red flowers to Jupiter, add a glass of clean water and some sweets like grapes, dates or chocolates. We can draw nourishment from the beauty all around us, feel the love and care from friends and loved ones, and sense the healing energies coming from invisible helpers and guides. We can reclaim our full strength and affirm that we are aware of the peaceful power deep in our heart, big enough to transform all suffering. We and all are, in the core of our being, always perfectly and utterly safe. Many blessings and see you soon.